Can you imagine? They found a broken snowboard and backpack, but no sign of blood from Jan. This guy's like Superman, just keeps running. He was waiting there, waiting and waiting, like he was expecting a package from Czech. Waiting and waiting, waiting and waiting. It seemed a bit boring. But waiting is better than running around, especially with all this snow. At this point, the injured Jan was struggling to move forward, like a fragile ice cube, but he wasn't giving up. He looked like a zombie in a horror movie, his legs frozen solid like ice blocks. A Norwegian family was just nearby when the Germans were doing checks. Talk about being unlucky yet lucky at the same time. Maris impatiently said, "No strangers here, everyone knows what's going on." Everyone knew the 12th Escape was a Norwegian hero, making Maris look down on the traitor. While they were talking, Maris suddenly spotted a figure in the distance. Surprise, it's Jan. Germans were about to finish the search, and Maris quickly sent them on their way, almost like a magic trick. After saying everyone off, he and his sister hurriedly ran backwards to search for Jan's figure. What a worried relative. Maris sent the child out, then checked Jan's injuries with his sister. That horrific foot injury was unimaginable. After a quick bandage, Jan escaped from the dead again, as if he were an escape artist. The Germans found the little girl's drawing in Jan's backpack, like they were searching for lost treasure. There was a drawing by a little girl. Jan tore off the signature, leaving Kurt puzzled about the artist's identity. But he was sure Jan wanted to survive. What a determined guy, looking for help near an avalanche. With Goddel in his care, Jan was in a coma for a few days before waking up. They hadn't even had time to chat when they heard the sound of a car engine. Oh, time to hide. Jan hurried for a gun while Goddel and dashed out. Kurt personally led the team for another round of searching. Talk about being swamped. He charged into the warehouse, while Jan hid behind hay on the second floor. Totally nerve-wracking. Just as Kurt was about to climb up, his badge got stuck, like stepping on a banana peel. Kurt looked for 2 seconds, saw nothing wrong, then jumped down to grab the badge from the hay. What a whirlwind. The last search yielded no results, and the disappointed Kurt drove off to the next farm, like a kid without an umbrella. Once the Germans left, Maris hurriedly took Jan out. It was way too dangerous here. He took Jan to a small cabin in the mountains, leaving candles, sweet potatoes, and wine, like a mountain survival expert. Maris told Jan to rest for a few days, promising to get him to Sweden. What a kind-hearted hero. After Maris left, Jan fell into despair from the pain in his foot. Talk about ordeal. He couldn't take it anymore and took off his sock. What an act of desperation. Subtitles. He sliced the bandage open with a knife, and instantly a stench wafted over. His big toe appeared as if it had been to a wild party. So Jan took a swig of alcohol and stuffed a handkerchief in his mouth, ready to cut off that toe like a surgeon. After excruciating pain, Jan wedged his blackened toe into a wall crack, like casting a dark spell. When the doctor arrived, he found Jan completely passed out. What a crafty fellow. Not in a bad way, of course. 12 days later, Maris returned with others and found Jan had cut off his toe. He struggled over and over again. What a truly brave fighter. When Maris and the others showed up again, indeed it was already 12 days later, he had no idea how to describe the man before him. This tortured man was laid at the doorway, starting to assemble the sled made by Maris. The super team was on the move. Maris had contacted the person for aid, and they could relay Jan to the border little by little. What an adventure awaits. But the journey wasn't easy. Dodging German patrols felt like walking on thin ice. They could only stay 1 day. If the Germans found the farms empty, there would definitely be questions. So, Maris and others left Jan in a rock crack to endure the night. What hardship! A night was torture for Jan. Every minute felt like he was chased by harsh reality. If it weren't for his strong survival instincts, Jan would have been gone ages ago. On the 4th day, Maris looked at his sister and said, Jan should be in Sweden by now. Subtitles. But unexpectedly, the person in charge of receiving couldn't find Jan. They compared markings and realized the 8th person had gone to the wrong spot. Talk about a comedy of errors. In those days, Jan might have turned into a frozen corpse. Maris, guilt-ridden, as he mused, Jan slowly opened eyes like Sleeping Beauty. Jan remained optimistic, the flame of life flickering even in despair. After the supply, he'd have to wait again. Another 6 days of waiting, the 8th person got trapped in a snowstorm. You can't help but sigh.